While there have been some fantastic additions to the gaming industry this year, there are a ton of new video games that didn't quite turn out to be as amazing as fans wanted them to be. Players have been eagerly awaiting some thrilling new games in 2022 since the year 2020. We have compiled some of the worst games of 2022 so far in the hopes that there won't be any more mistakes in the future, despite the fact that there are numerous reasons why the developers may have messed up with the lockdowns, and they all seem to be at the top of the list. In this video, we'll be looking at the 10 worst games of 2022. But before that, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. Let's get started. Number 10, Sonic Origins. Sonic Origins appears to be a passable compilation of early Sonic titles. Enjoy Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, CD3, Knuckles, as well as other additional modes that increase the replayability of each game. However, when playing on a PC, the situation is considerably different, since Sonic Origins is riddled with flaws, bugs, and more bugs. The classics now appear even more antiquated. Games are still playable, certainly, but Sonic Origins should have performed better given its $40 price tag, misleading paywall marketing, and the delisting of substantially better ports. Number 9, Nintendo Switch Sports. Speaking about video games that fell short of their potential, Nintendo Switch Sports was yet another disappointment. Although we were glad to be bowling and drinking champagne with our pals once more, the game's content is incredibly lacking. To put 2009 Wii Sports Resort's 13 sports in perspective, some of which included different variations of such sports, was a stunning number. Again, Switch Sports' 6 players are top-notch, but why do we have to wait almost 6 months for the addition of golf alone? This was another extortionate package that ought to have been included in the Switch release, similar to 1-2 Switch. Get exercising with me, either locally or online, and get your Joy-Cons ready. Number 8, Roller Champions. To activate the 4 gates and unlock the goal, pick up the ball and pass it through the ring 4 times. Then take a shot, aim and move. The last several years have been difficult for Ubisoft, which recently had its own huge boom in the market for live services. Another failed effort to add to the conglomerate's already large graveyard is Roller Champions. We'll grant that the game has potential. The level design is excellent and the controls and mechanics are well developed. Unfortunately, the gameplay rapidly becomes repetitive and there is no room for user expression with character modification. Those are some fairly serious issues of an online multiplayer game to experience. I'm not sure whether there is any room for Roller Champions, with rivals like Fortnite Knockout City and Call of Duty Warzone going above and beyond their offerings. Now, champions, charge after them. You have what it takes to roll up to glory, so keep in mind anytime you touch the ice. Number 7, Cow the Kangaroo. Thanks to titles like A Hat and Time New Super Lucky Stale, Super Mario Odyssey and other 3D platformers, the genre has experienced a significant rebirth in recent years. It would be nice to think that Cow the Kangaroo will surprise us all by advancing with the times and embracing new inventions. However, no. In addition to technical issues, Cow the Kangaroo had an incredibly brief campaign, terrible scripting and voice acting, and a lackluster level design. And it's disappointing to see a game featuring a boxer kangaroo come up with such a basic combat system. Number 6, Blade Runner Enhanced Edition. A Blade Runner, I am. Call Lieutenant Gooser if you don't believe me. We are near. Little man, we are not here to buy. He's the least of our concerns, I assure you. Rough is an understatement when it comes to Night Dive Studios' remasters, which typically outperform the original versions. Blade Runner Enhanced Edition makes an effort to improve and modernize the 197 PC games with new graphics and higher frame rates, among other things. The issue is that it gets worse with every advancement. The game's audio glitches, sporadic control issues, and horrible UI substantially detract from the experience. We suggest save your $10 for something else or just play the original, since this is it. He will be dead after just one more word from him. Number 5, Waifu Impact. We're used to playing lazy games with lazy names that show off anime heroines in lazy scant clothing. Waifu Impact somehow elevates that sloppiness to a degree unseen since the heyday of digital homicide. Run about an uninhabited island as a bikini-clad anime girl, shooting water at other bikini-clad anime girls as you collect gold stars and unlock naughty images of your bikini-clad anime girl. That is all there is, basically. There is no final goal, there isn't a true reward, not even a tale exists. You're just dumped on a bland island and made to gather terrible art while suffering through agonizingly repetitive music. Consider the perspective of the video's creator, who endured playing the full game twice just to earn the Platinum Trophy. Not worth the effort. Number 4. Diablo Immortal. For the sole reason of this sleazy monetization and predatory design, we ordinarily rank a manipulative game like Diablo Immortal first. When playing for free, players are penalized by caps placed on how frequently high-level gear will be supplied, and many discovered that they were matched with other players who had paid for higher-level gear. To put it another way, the game pushes a pay-to-win paradigm rapidly, and deception by Blizzard Entertainment has cursed it to become the lowest user-rated game on Metacritic, surpassing 2020's Warcraft Terraforged, also created by Blizzard Entertainment. Why then does Diablo Immortal rank so poorly? People can't be that upset if it's making $1 million a day, can they? According to Metacritic, Diablo Immortal has the worst reviews of any Blizzard game as of this moment. It's the third Blizzard game to receive a score of less than 1 on Metacritic, with a 0.5 rating. The game and World of Warcraft, The Burning Crusade, both received the lowest ratings. However, the most recent Diablo game has a higher percentage of unfavorable reviews and ratings. The unfavorable reception is understandable, however, one can always worry. Number 3. Gran Turismo 7. Despite complaints that a lot of time is spent on the menus, Turismo 7 received high marks for its gameplay and visual fidelity. So why is it ranked so highly? To begin with, Sony and Polyphony Digital purposefully cut prices for microtransactions after review scores were announced, lengthening the period of time that players had to grind to obtain their desired automobiles. The expensive costs of the cars, according to director Kazunori Yamauchi, were intended to represent their rarity and value. While payouts have increased since launch, the prices have increased as well, and the player base has taken to using a scripted AI to play the game for them and reduce the grind. Over 5,500 of the 6,500 user reviews for Gran Turismo 7 are overwhelmingly negative and frequently give the game the lowest possible rating. When the game first came out, players were horrified to find out they had to make expensive microtransactions to unlock automobiles. The game's server inexplicably went out 48 hours after release, blocking access to even the single-player mode, further infuriating players. When game developers raised the cost of automobiles and made microtransactions more obnoxious, gamers were eventually driven over the brink. Number 2. Babylon's Fall. Whenever you're in danger of being encircled, employ the ghostly attack to send your adversary flying. At the time of its beta test debut in late 2021, Babylon's Fall already had a dismal performance. One would hope Platinum Games found a way out to make Babylon's Fall a little bit better with a few months left to work out the kinks before launch. It's impossible to be more false. By repeatedly employing the same few resources and lacking variation in its force, Babylon's Fall demonstrated a genuine lack of passion for its own creation. The result was a huge train disaster that was at one time being played by only one person. Add to that confusion regarding the game's mechanics and growth. In Babylon's Fall, the pricing and monetization strategy are the main problems, aside from the archaic aesthetics. On Steam, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, the game debuted as a full-priced AAA release with a free and a premium battle pass and different currencies that have a significant impact on the in-game economy. I wholeheartedly concur that this content shouldn't have been included in a paid game, but how significant is it really to the overall experience? Not much, and not in a manner that many might anticipate. Number 1. Crossfire X. Since its February debut, Crossfire X has been a complete mess, and things haven't gone as planned for the developers. The game is playable on the Xbox Game Pass and was first released on Xbox gaming systems. The idea was to retain the single-player campaigns and multiplayer free-to-play while letting Xbox Game Pass subscribers play Operation Catalyst, one of the 2 multiplayer campaigns. Aiming for pure mediocrity is the worst thing you can do for your game. That is how Crossfire X may be characterized as average. While trying to mimic the gameplay and structure of Counter-Strike, it neglects to emulate everything that made Valve's tactical shooters so fantastic. The game runs like a potato, the controls are appalling, the characters and story are completely forgettable, and the overall presentation screams generic. We were expecting for some redeeming features in the single player that Remedy Entertainment created, but here we are. Come to the end of the year, we're interested to see if something else replaces it. That's it, guys. We're extremely happy with 2022, and the second half of the year looks to be even better for gamers. Does this imply that the first half of the year has been successful? Obviously not. We can do nothing but hope for the best to come in the future. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, leave a like, share it with your friends and families, and pin down your thoughts in the comment section below.